Sadaşivasamarampham Shankaracharyamadhyamam Asmadacharyaparyantam Vande Guru Paramparam. So now we completed the 10th chapter last time. 10th chapter, pretty simple, straightforward. 11th is the same. Okay, is Vishwarupa Darshana. Bhagwan showing his cosmic form. His form is Ishvara. Okay, not his form as Satyam Jnanam Anantam, because that is formless. You cannot show that. That cannot be demonstrated. Only what is demonstrated is what is available for perception. That will be Ishvara. So he is showing the Ishvara. Now many people question, did it actually happen? I don't know. I was not there. Okay. So you don't know whether Krishna was showing it or like Mandrake the magician showing everything. It doesn't matter. Or was it, if after second chapter everything was Vyasa's elaboration, was this whole thing Vyasa's creation? Even then doesn't matter, because what is the purpose of the whole thing? To understand what Ishvara is about, the vastness of what Ishvara is across dimensions. So if that insight is gained, good enough. The closest a modern person can have this vision, you can, okay? Especially if you are in Bombay. I know in Bombay this is there. Okay. I'm sure in other cities also is there. Go to the planetarium. Bombay is at Worli. Go to the planetarium. And they will, in one of the shows, project the whole cosmos, known cosmos, on the screen. And you'll feel you're in it, because you are in it anyway. At the same time you are watching it. I think that's the closest you can come to this experience. Being Krishna, he could show the Vishwarupa. Don't ask me to show it. Not possible. Okay? Not possible. Okay. Alright, so let us see what he says. Okay, we start with the 11th chapter. Any questions, clarifications before we start the 11th?
Swamiji, one question I had on the 10th chapter.
Yeah.
Swamiji, in the beginning, Bhagavan actually starts explaining his glories, right? In the first few verses. But then Arjuna asks a question again, saying explain your vibhutis, and then...
Yeah. Because he wanted it in greater detail.
Okay, so why is it like split into two sections? Because he already started...
He started, but then he stopped after mentioning half a dozen of them. So Arjuna wanted a bit more of an elaboration. Yeah. It's like pehla trailer aa gaya. Movie abhi baki hai, like, and now the real movie is here. Real movie is here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So that way. Okay. Now, when you will hear me speaking like this, be a bit careful, okay? My bhakti has a strong irreverent trait to it. Okay. So, yeah. That's how my bhakti is. Now what to do? Okay. You can have your own bhakti, because bhakti is your emotional response. So I have a strong irreverent trait, a jhalak into my bhakti. And the Lord and I am very happy with it, so no problems. Okay. So here, Arjuna Vacha Mat Anugrahaya Paramam Guhyam Adhyatma Sangitam Yatvayoktam Vachastena Mohoyam Vigato Mamaha. Arjuna says, what is he saying? Yatvaya Uktam. Okay. Mat Anugrahaya Paramam. With great compassion to me, as a blessing for me. Guhyam Adhyatma Sangitam. This which is a secret. Why? Because unless someone reveals it, you will not know it. The whole knowledge he is talking about. Adhyatma Sangitam, which is concerning the Atma. He says, Yat tvaya proktam, which you have said, vachastena, by your own words, mohoyam vigato mama, my delusion is gone. Okay? That's why it has to involve all the teaching that he has come up to now, not just the 10th chapter. Okay? He says, my delusion is gone. But now I have a new desire. But I have a new desire. Now, is it contradictory after? If you are no more deluded, can you have a desire? You can. It's a hot day, yaar. तो मैं रास्ता में जा रहा था. Hot. It's okay. Sitoshna sukha dukkeshu samaha. In fact, some of my students see me. Others go for moonlight walks. I go for noonlight walks. Yeah. What time you go to the bank? 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Why? No crowd here. In this heat, who will come to the bank at 12 o'clock? So I get the whole bank to myself. All the characters are free. Whatever I want. Some printout, this, that, etc. आराम से हो जाता है. So ऐसा रास्ता में जा रहा है. Suddenly you saw a cold drink house. Arey, it's nice to have a cold drink. A desire comes up. Does it mean that you don't know the truth? I mean, how are you going to pick up a cold drink unless you have a desire? Or today that you thought you'll have a cold drink there and the cold drink house is closed that day. So for some reason or the other. Is it a disappointment for you? Take care, not meant to be. So badita anuvrutti, these type of things can come up. It's all negated. Your desire, ahankara, everything is negated. But for functioning purposes, some of them may manifest. So it is not really a contradiction. Not really a contradiction. Yeah. Because a desire is a desire only if in the fulfillment of which you are happier or in the non-fulfillment of which you are unhappy. If that is there, then yes, you can say the knowledge is shaky. If you are okay with both, your desire got fulfilled. Nice. Didn't get fulfilled. Okay. Ishvara's will. No problems. If you can take desires like that, there is no problem. It doesn't impinge on your knowledge or anything else. So like this, you can afford to have a million desires. Okay. Whether you are wise or otherwise, it doesn't matter. If you can be like this, a million desires is not a problem. Okay. All right. Then, what is the desire he is saying that? Okay. भावाप्यो हि भूतानां श्रुतो विस्तरशो मया ततः कल्मपत्राक्षः महात्म्यम् अपि चाव्ययम् एवम् एतद् यथा उक्तः तमात्मानं परमेश्वरः द्रष्टुमिच्छामि ते रूपम् ऐश्वरं पुरुषोत्तमः. Because there is no verb in the first one, that's why it has to come up here. Bhava apyayau hi bhutana. The birth, origin and the resolving point of all these forms, names and forms. Shrutau vistarasha maya. In detail I heard from you. Tvataha, from you I have heard in detail. Kamala Patraksha is so calling him Krishna, ancient Indians, even now, we like to call God a lot of names. कृष्णा बोलेंगे तो बस हो गया ना, और क्या चाहिए? राधा वल्लभा, रुक्मिणी वल्लभा, ये सब नाम जोड़ते जाता है, जोड़ते जाता है. ओके. सहस्र नामम you'll have. Forget Vishnu Sahasranam. There's another Gopala Sahasranam also. Okay. Gone. Okay. So Kamala Patraksha, whose eyes are like the lotus leaves, meaning nice good eyes. Mahatmyam api chavyayam. And your endless glories also you are talked about. हाँ मालूम मैं बताया ना अभी तक. Then what? एवमथ यथातः. Okay. Just as you've been telling me all this, Tvam Atmanam Parameshwara, that you are nothing but Parameshwara itself. That you have been saying all this, he says, Drishtumichhami te rupam Aishwaryam Purushottamaha. I have a new desire now. What? I want to see you in that cosmic form. A simple desire can come up like that. Why not? I'm sure everyone here will also like to have a see. If you all could, would you all not like to see this? And you are willing to spend time and money and things like that to go and see Tirupati Balaji. Correct? Why? Bhagavan says, I've been just teaching God is everywhere. You are not different from God. The book is not different from God. But still, वो डिज़ायर हो जाता है ना. नहीं, बाबा जी को जाके मिलना है. Who's बाबा जी? केदारनाथ. Shiva at Kedarnath is called Baba Ji. Okay, Baba Ji को जाके मिलना है. You go all the way to Kedarnath, 18 kilometers walking. No, समझी. Now I heard there is helicopter ride. It cost a couple of lakhs. You can go by helicopter. You don't feel you have done a pilgrimage. How do these desires come up? Kailas Mansarovar. Oh wow. If anyone wants to go, let me know. I may get a chance to organize something next year, okay? देखो डिज़ायर डाल दिया अभी. कैलाश मानसरोवर. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. Someone from this class is going in September this year. But she's used to the mountain, so she can do it fine. Yeah. You get a desire like this, yeah. It does not contradict your knowledge, and that's all I'm trying to say. Okay, a desire like this is not a contradiction. Okay? It's just that. Yeah, if you feel disappointed, if you feel unhappy that the trip didn't work out, if you're down in the dumps, yes, then your knowledge is under question. Otherwise, no. Okay, yeah. Okay. So I like to see you in the cosmic form. Then he says, but he recognizes to see the cosmic form is not easy. So he adds this addendum to it. Manyase yadi tvachakyam maya drishtumiti prabho yogeshwara tato me tvam drishya atmanam apyayam. Yadi tvam manyate, what? Tvaya drishtum. That maya drishtum, that I am capable of seeing it. And you are capable of showing this form to me. Both are to be in one. Something like teaching only. I can teach. Do the people understand it? Or the people are capable of understanding. But is the teaching correct? Both has to be matching. Na? So here, okay. So if you think I can see it and if you can show it, okay. Yogeshwara hai Yogeshwara tataha me tvam darsham atmanam abhyam. Please show me this form of yours, this cosmic form of yours. Please show it to me. ठीक है. And for Bhagavan क्या ये तो बाये हाथ का खेल. When he has created everything, he just has to show everything. I mean, what's the big deal about it? Okay, what's the big deal about it? So he starts. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Pashya me Partha Rupani शतशः अर्थसहस्रशः नानाविधानि दिव्यानि नानावर्णाकृतानि च. He says, Bhagavan Uvacha, Lord says, watch, see, what is that? Pashyame partha rupani. See my forms. Shatashaha, hundreds of them. Thousands of forms. Okay? Nana vidhani divyani. Manifold, variegated. It's not just duplication, it's in varieties, all of them. Divyani, all divine forms. Nana varnakani, of various colors, hues, etc. Okay? Akritani cha, and various forms. And here we are human. Na? I'm sure there is what is a human being? Self-awareful and freedom of choice. That makes a human. So there can be a planet where there is an octopus-like form with self-awareness and freedom of choice or not? Possible, no? So we are going to take them as human or not human? And they are also capable of moksha. Why? Self-awareness is there. Freedom of choice is there. They can choose for moksha then. Like how you objectify your four-limbed body, he will have to objectify his eight-limbed body. Itna hi farak hai na? You say I am not the body, he will also say I am not the body. You are saying body is dependent on me, he will have to also say body is dependent on me. Farak kya ho gaya? So for nana akritani cha. Okay. Then pashya aditani vasun rudrani ashvano marutastataha bahunyadrishta adrishta purvani pashya scha aryani bharata आश्चर्यानि च भारत. Okay. Hey Bharata, Arjuna, watch, see. Adrishtani cha purvani, which has not been seen before. What? Adityan, all the Aditis. 12 Adityas. Vasun, Ashta Vasuns. Okay. Rudrani, Ekadasha Rudrani, all various forms of Ishvara. Okay. How you invoke Ishvara in various forms. All of them. Marutastataha, the lords of the wind. Marutaha. Look, have a look at all of them. Okay. And he says, Ihe ekastam jagat krishnam pashyedyascharacharam mama dehe gudakeshaha yachanya drishtumichasi. Ihai ekastam, in one, mama dehe, one body of mine, ekastam, jagat krishnam. Then jagat krishnam is the entire jagat, not Krishna's jagat. Okay, the entire jagat, krishnam is entirety. Pashya yadya characharam, all moving, immovable, moving or living organisms. Immovable is like the mountains, etc. All of them. Hey Gudakesha, Gudam Kesha. Remember, it's Arjuna on the battlefield. Those days, men also used to have long hair. Okay. So, how will they wear their hair on a battlefield? Either they will chop it off. Yeah, it is known. You chop your hair before a battle. Why? You can't afford hair falling on your eyes, etc. Yeah, problem ho jayega. Your vision is compromised in battle. It's only for a second. You can flip it aside. This is not a party. You can flip your hair aside. You take time to flip your hair aside. Couple of arrows will get you. So, or gudam, tie it up as a top knot. Okay. Yeah. Women usually tied it as a bun those days when they are going to battle. Men usually tied it as a top knot. This was why? Don't ask me why. Okay, this was convention. What was convenient they did. Okay. Okay. So hey Gudakesha, one was Gudam Kesham Yasya. Gudakesha. Yad Anyad Drishtumichasi. And anything that you want to see, anything that you can conceive of will be there in the creation. Because you can conceive of it. No? If you can conceive of it, it is there. Okay. Then suddenly, but he sees Arjuna just staring, probably, okay. Arjuna just staring, wondering, what is there to see? I'm not seeing anything. Then Krishna understands, okay. Natu mam shakyasi drishtum aneneva svachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshu pashyame yogam aishwaryam. Natvam shakye, with your mortal eyes, you cannot see this. With my mortal eyes, you cannot see this. Okay, svena chakshusha, by your own eyes, this will not be possible to be seen. Therefore, divyam dadami te chakshu, I'll give you a divine vision. Same eyes don't change. Give you a vision, the ability to see. Divyam chakshu me dadami, I'll give you. Pashyame yogam aishwaryam, now see my divine glories. With this new capacity, see. Are you sure he didn't hypnotize Arjuna? Like Mandrake the magician. Remember, it's Krishna we are talking about. Anything is possible, okay? Yeah. Okay. Now Sanjaya chips in. Why? Because what was Sanjaya's boon? Anything that is said or thought of or happens, demonstrated on the battlefield of Mahabharata, Sanjaya will be able to see it. This vision was supposed to be given to Dhritarashtra, but he says, I can't see my sons dying. Why do you assume that? He knows who's on the other side. He knows who's on the other side. He knows his sons are not going to get away lightly. Therefore, he says, give it to Sanjaya. When I want to know anything, I'll ask Sanjaya. Some of us behave in the same manner. Hey, go. Do that test. No. I don't want to do that test. Why? Supposing there is something wrong. Idiot, if there is something wrong, you can be treated. You caught it early. No, I rather not know. If you know, you can treat yourself. If you don't know, you'll suffer more. Because it's going to get you anyway. If you have a problem, it's going to go big, not small. It's going to get you. So check it out. Okay. So then Sanjaya chips in now. Eva muktva tatho rajan mahayogeshwaro harihi darshayamasa parthaya paramam rupam aishwaram. What Sanjaya is saying? Eva muktva, having said this much, tataha rajan, thereafter, hey Rajan, mahayogeshwaro harihi. Harihi, who is Lord Krishna, who is mahayogeshwara. Okay. Darshayamasa parthaya. He showed Partha what? Paramam rupam aishwaram. That means Sanjaya got the bonus. He also saw everything that's happening. Okay. It's not that only Arjuna saw it. Sanjaya also saw it. Okay. And then what? Yeah, sure. You want me to read and do all these verses? It's all purely descriptive. ये ऐसा था, वो ऐसा था.
If you don't mind.
Okay. Right. I will go through it fast. Okay. So that you can say, हाँ, सब पूरा किया करके. More for that than for anything else. Because you can this. Now, yes, there can be stories behind many of these. Okay. Like I said, Ashtavasus, Adityas, okay, Ekadash Rudras. Abhi wo sab pura story ka, if I start telling, this will become a Purana class. This will not become the Gita class. Okay. That's why I'm not telling those stories. If you all want, Google search it, you'll get it. All this is uploaded on Google. Okay. And if you find one person says like this, somebody else says that, going to come and ask me to resolve it. Okay. Yeah. Vishwarupa Darshana to Yashoda, yeah. Because Yashoda didn't see the whole form. Yashoda only saw a glimpse of the form. Yeah. Yashoda asked Krishna to open her mouth, open. And the sight was so, this thing, she fainted there. Okay. Yeah. For a few seconds. Then she revived. She found Krishna playing around. So she didn't know whether she saw or what. Yeah. Can your mind take it? Is a question. Okay. It's like that. I forget the actor's name now. Few Good Men. You want the truth? Can you handle the truth? You want to know the truth? Can you handle the truth? Yeah. Okay. Same way here. Okay. Therefore, here, description. Aneka Vaktra Nayanam, Aneka Adbhuta Darshanam, Aneka Divyabharanam, Divyan Aneka Dvityodyutam, Divyam Malayam Varadharam, Divyam Gandhanulepanam, Sarvascharam Mayam, Devam Anantam Vishwato Mukham. Aneka Vaktra Nayanam. Millions of mouths, eyes. Remember Vishwarupa, so all eyes are his eyes, all eyes are his eyes, all mouths are his mouths. Hey, my mouth is not mine, Ishvara's, okay? My eyes are not my eyes, it's Ishvara's eyes. Yeah. That's why we have the idea of a presiding deity, Surya, for the eyes, etc. So if your eyes are having a problem, they'll say, go chant Aditya Hridayam. You'll get some solution out of it. Okay? Yeah. Things like that. Okay? Aneka Vatranaya. Aneka Adbhuta Darshanam. How can I describe it? They are all great, wonderful sights. Aneka Divyabharanam. With all divine ornamentation, etc. Okay? Ornamentation, etc. Divyan Aneka Udhyata Ayudam, with hundreds of upheld weapons. Remember, we are talking about weapons across 14 dimensions. Yeah. Nuclear, this, that, everything included into that. Okay. Yeah. Many of the weapons at that time, the higher level of weapons, were voice activated. They had a verbal code to activate. Brahmastras, Agniastram, okay, Varnastram, etc. They are all voice activated. Verbal code. And what is the verbal code? The mantra. It was put in a mantra form. Yeah. So those mantras were meant to activate those astras. Therefore, Divya Ayudham. Divya Malam Ambaradharam. Great malas of interest to women also. Chains, garlands, etc. Great, what do you call? Ambaram, dresses. You are not talking about what your local designers are creating, Baba. This is Gandharvas have created this. Local designers are nothing in front of them. Okay. The fabric, the feel, everything. Mala Ambaram. Ambaradharam, Divya Gandhanulepanam, divine perfumes. Your Chanel 5, etc. is nothing. Okay. Your Chanel 5, etc. is nothing in front of you. Okay. Now, old man, okay. My time Chanel 5, etc. was supposed to be the thing. I don't know whether something better has come up or now. Okay. Yeah. Maybe. Divya Gandhanulepanam, Sarva Aishwaryamayam, all types of wealth, Aishwaryamayam. Okay. Aishwaryamayam. Devam Anantam Vishwato Mukham. One Ishvara in all these forms. Anantam Vishwato Mukham, endless, with faces everywhere. All seeing. This is what Arjuna saw. Okay. Divi Surya Sahasrasya Bhavet Yugapaduttitaha Yedi Bha Sadrishya Sasyat Bhasatasya Mahatmanaha. Just imagine, he says, 1,000 suns are shining in the sky. I don't want to imagine. One sun in summer is good enough for us. Halat kar raha hai. Yeah, I have not done my heavy Qigong cultivation for a month now. Too hot. Body will overheat. Yeah. Imagine 1,000 suns like that. What is the glory of that? That was the glory of this being, he says, of Ishvara. You know, the effulgent being, the effulgence of that. Okay. It's like when you meet a wise person, you'll say, no, God, what tejas his face has. People come and tell me that, Swamiji, your face has got a tejas. I say, oily complexion. I told you, I have an irreverent in my devotion. I have a streak of irreverence in me. Oily complexion hota hai. So the tejas of this form is like 1,000 suns, he says. Okay. Tatra ekastam jagat krishnam pravivittam anekadaha apashya devadevasya sharire pandavastada. Tada Pandava saw. What did he see? He says, ekastam jagat krishna. In one body, the entire jagat. Pravivittam anekada. Not just one, like a mass, each distinct and separate, each form distinct, separate, etc. He saw. Apashya devadevasya sharire. Devadevasya sharire, he saw all this. Okay, Pandavas. So, I think Rishikesh had wanted a question. He had raised his hands.
Yeah, I did not want to disturb your flow.
No, tell me.
I just want to one get out of that B.R. Chopra version of Vishwarup Darshan. So yes, I mean, being a 90s kid, you know, we are so brainwashed into
I know.
that only version of Sunday Mahabharata.
I know.
So my question here is, you know, the cosmic form is to be looked at as the human. I mean, he's referring as the human form which is made popular by that.
It is seen as a human form that includes the entire cosmos in it. Okay. All right. I will do it right now. Okay, I thought I'll do it later, but I can do it right here since the question has come up. Imagine a human form. Huge. In that, see the whole solar system. Expand further. The closest galaxy is the Andromeda galaxy. See that also in this form. See the whole Milky Way in this form. Beyond that, it's difficult to think of. So now, what is it? It is not B.R. Chopra's form anymore. Imagine now, in that form, imagine all the oceans inside. On the earth itself, now detailing. Imagine all the oceans inside. The crash of waves, etc. in one form. All the rivers flowing, etc. Huge mountains. The whole Himalayan range. The Rockies, the Andes, everything. Imagine the whole desert. Okay. Imagine all the nuclear stations. The stockpiling of all over. Stockpiling of arms all over. All that now detail, because you're seeing detail. Previously you saw the whole thing, now you're seeing details with reference to it. Now this will give you some idea of the cosmic form. Now B.R. Chopra's Mahabharata was better than Ramanand Sagar's Ramayana. Ramayana was pathetic. Rama had a perpetual smirk on his face. Pathetic it was. B.R. Chopra's Mahabharata was a bit better. Though Bhishma was very badly portrayed. All the time Rona Dhona only. Bhishma was a warrior. One look, people would shiver. Ye kya kar raha hu? as someone who is helpless, pathetic. So, yeah. So you have to break that condition. Start imagining this. Yeah, start imagining this. You break that condition. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Pandavastadaha. ततस्से विस्मयाविष्टः हृष्टरोमो धनञ्जयः प्रणम्य शिरसा देवं कृतञ्जलिम् अभाषतः. Then he says, Tataha, thereafter, after when he saw all this, after that, so Vismayavishtaha, okay, overcome with awe of the whole thing. You know, something awesome. Krishtaromo Dhananjaya, with all his hair standing on end, horripilation. Dhananjaya, Pranamya Shirasa Devam, prostrating to the Lord, bowing down to the Lord. Kritanjalim Abhashata. Kritanjali. Now, Kritanjali is a mudra. Either you say Kritanjalim or you will say Kritanjalim. Okay, both are called Kritanjali. When you pray, okay, both are. This is the normal one that is taken as Kritanjali, or even this way. Okay, this has been copied by the Abrahamic religions also. Okay, so it's not that this is Muslim and this is Hindu. It's all Hindu. Okay, they copied some of it. That's like saying saffron for Hindus and green for Islam. Who said green is for Islam? The whole country is green. In spite of the drought, you'll find a lot of greenery in India. So don't start allocating colors and forms, etc. No, it's not. Okay. Abhashata, he said. What did he say? Arjuna vacha Pashya deva devastvam deva dehi sarvasta tatha bhuta vishesha ganam brahmanamisham kamalastanastam rishishcha sarvan arunagascha divyam. Now Arjuna is responding to what he is seeing. However divine your vision is, remember, it's a vision wielded by a human being. Now I have to give you some of the philosophical things here. So even though the whole thing was shown at one shot, as a human being, will you see everything at one shot or one at a time? You can see the whole thing at one shot, but then after that you have to go for detailing, now one at a time. Correct or not? Why? Because it's a human mind, one thought at a time. People say, oh, you must master your mind, lot of thoughts, so reduce the number of thoughts. It's always one thought at a time. What do you mean reduce? You can't reduce, it's always one thought at a time. Yeah. You can say, slow down your mind, that you can do. But without reducing your thoughts, you have only one thought at a time. They come so fast, you think there are a million thoughts at simultaneously. It's always one thought. That's why when you're looking at something, you have to look one at a time. Because you're looking one at a time, he's saying this. Okay, what is he? Pashyami Deva from Deva Dehi. In your divine body, hey Lord, I am seeing. What am I seeing? Sarvam stata bhuta vishesha sangham. Okay, I am seeing everything. What is that? Bhuta vishesha sangha. All the different forms of existence I am seeing here. Different beings I am seeing. Okay, who's that? Brahmanam. Okay, Brahmaji. Okay. Brahmanam Isham. Kamala Sanastam. Description of Brahmaji. The Brahmaji, the creator I am seeing inside you. Rishischa Sarvan. All the Rishis, Sapta Rishis are there in you. Now, even though Mahabharata happened anywhere between 3500 to 5000 years ago, most likely 5000 years ago. Okay. The rishis were how much older than that? Rishis were at the beginning of the creation. Okay. So that must have been at least 10,000 years ago, 12,000 years ago. But he's seeing them now. Why? In the Lord, everything is now. Past, present, future does not exist in Ishvara. Ishvara is eternal now. I had given you this example before, remember? If you are in Rishikesh on the Ghat, there is a water coming towards you, the future. Water that has gone behind you, the past. You are in the present. If you go up on a 10,000 feet high, you will see Gomukh and Ganga Sagar simultaneously and Rishikesh. Past, present, future in one shot. No. That's how it is with Ishvara. Past, present, future in one shot. Therefore, the rishis that went past and the Mahabharata went right now. Future, his eyes have not gone into that future to see. He will see idiots like us sitting down. Did Mahabharata happen? Some idiots questioning that also. It's all mythology. So that also you would have seen. But that is not mentioned here, that's all. Okay. Okay, so all that he's saying. Okay. Anuragascha Divyan. All the divine serpents, like Ananta, on which Lord Vishnu is supposed to be sleeping. So there is a whole Sarpaloka, the whole thing. So all that also I am seeing, he says, all those divine beings, okay, Adisesha, etc. Aneka bahu udaravatra netram pashyami tvam sarvato ananta rupam nantam na madhyam na punasto adihi pashyami vishveshara vishwarupaha. Aneka bahun, billions of arms, mighty armed, millions of them. Aneka bahu. Okay. Bahun udaraham, trunks, bodies. Aneka. Vaktra, netran, mouth and eyes. All eyes everywhere. Okay, aneka netran. Pashyamitam sarvato ananta rupam. I am seeing because you are ananta rupam. He says. What do you mean ananta rupam? Nantam na madhyam na punastva adi. There is no end. There is no middle. There is no beginning. Okay. Pashyami Vishweshwara Vishwarupa. Hey, Vishweshwara, Lord of the universe, this is your Vishwarupa. This is what I am seeing. Look at it. He is seeing the whole form, not whole form Krishna has shown him. But he cannot see the beginning or the end. He is seeing what is there right now, what he can see. How can you see the beginning and end? 14 dimensions. Limitless form. How will you see that? If the form is limitless, how will you see the whole thing? You cannot even conceive of it. Forget seeing it. Even conceiving the whole of Ishvara is not possible. You can have some idea. But the saving grace is, you can understand that Ishvara as consciousness is not different from you. That is something you can understand. Why it happens to be you. All this is the manifestation. He's talking about the manifestations. Kiritinam gadinam chakrinam cha tejom rashi sarvato deeptimantam pashyamitam durnirikshayam samanta deepta analarka yudyata prameyam. Now, he's getting a holistic vision at the same time. What is that? He says, Kiritinam, with a massive crown on your head. Gadinam. What is Krishna's Gada called? Anyone remembers?
Gandiva.
No, Gandiva was Arjuna's bow. Kaumudiki. ओके, थोड़ा याद रखने का है, पुराना कभी अच्छा है. Okay, Gadinam. Chakrinam, the Sudarshanam on his hand. Tejo Ramshim Sarvato Diptimanam. The Tejas lighting up the whole world. You don't need a sun. His presence is enough to light up the whole world. Pashyami Tvam Duniriksham. I am seeing you as someone that cannot be known completely. Samanta Deepta Analarka Yudhitam Aprameya. Yeah. Blazing like the sun. Okay. A pure brilliant Deeptam. Like a blazing Analas, fire. Like a blazing fire. Or Arkam, the sun. Yudhitam Aprameya. Someone that cannot be known completely. This is what I am seeing you as. Okay. Time high over. Okay. Tvam aksharam paramam veditavyam tvamasya vishwasya param nidhanam tvam avyaya shashvata dharma goptaha sanathanasvam purusho mato me. Tvam aksharam, you are that which is limitless. Okay. Imperishable. Free from time. Paramam veditavyam. Okay. The one that has to be known as consciousness, as the truth. This, you are the one to be known. Veditavyam. Tvamasya vishwasya param nidhanam. You are the abode for the whole creation. Meaning the source, the sustenance of the whole creation is you. Tvam avyayam. You are endless. Shashvata dharma gopta. The eternal protector of dharma. In fact, dharma is nothing but a manifestation of Ishvara. Okay. Therefore, dharmasya gopta. This was what Vyasa called Krishna. He hailed Krishna as dharmasya gopta, as the protector of dharma. Okay. So, dharmasya gopta. The Lord himself is dharmasya gopta. Okay. The protector of dharma. The word Gopala also has come up with that. Where Go stands for the earth, Palaha, the one who protects. Govinda is also the same. Govinda is slightly different. Go there is words. Govinda has Gobihi Vindataha. One who can be known by words, by the Shabda Pramana. That is the Lord, Govinda. Okay. So the names have meanings there. Okay, Govinda. Sanatanaha, eternal. Tvam Purusho Mata. You are the eternal being. This is my firm conviction. Then what? He goes on and on. Rukta nahi hai. Kabhi rahega. Verse after verse he goes on. Okay. Anadi madyantam anantam viryam ananta bahum sashishurya netram Pashyaimi tam deepta hutashta bhaktram swatejasa vishwamidam tapantam. Now he'll slowly start. Now up to now, everything has been bright and beautiful. Correct? All that is being saying, all bright and beautiful things. What about the destructive side? Is that Ishvara or not Ishvara? A tsunami that flattens a city, is that part of Ishvara or not Ishvara? The earthquake that can make a whole city vanish, a volcanic eruption that destroyed Pompeii, part of Ishvara or not Ishvara? So that side is also there. No? You can say, I want only all things bright and beautiful. If you're taking Ishvara, take the whole thing. A child is born, celebration, and someone died. Now what are you going to do? Depends. If he died early, then you have some mourning period, because as a human being we recognize that your grief requires some time. But they say, if he has lived a full life, means his Shatabhishekam has been done, he has seen 1,000 moons, then the death should be celebrated. Yeah, it should be celebrated. That means if you cross 84, your death should be celebrated, okay? Not mourned. That's how it should be. Yeah. So the other side also. Therefore, we read the 19th verse, did we? Or not read? Yeah, I read it. Okay, Anadim, Adyam, Madhyam, Ananta. No beginning, no middle, no end. Okay, Ananta Viryam, endless energy. Okay, okay, Ananta Bahum, endless arms, etc. Sachi Surya Netram, the sun and the moon are your eyes. Purushasuktam defines Ishvara like this. Okay, Pashyami Tvam Deeptam Hutasha Bhaktram. Your mouth is open like a blazing fire. Okay. Svetejasa Vishwamidam Tapantam. The whole universe being literally cooked by your Rajas, by your energy, he says. Want to understand that? People in India are getting a good taste of this right now, isn't it? Tapantam. Yeah, Ishvara's blessing is accepted. Don't complain. It's too hot. It is too hot. It is hot, yes. Ishvara's energy. Take it as a blessing. That's true, O Lord, but give me a break. Thoda our time. Another 10 days you'll get the break you want. Okay. Dyava Prithivyo Idamantaram hi Vyaptam tu ekena dishascha sarva Drishva Adbhutam Rupam Ugram Tvavedam Lokatrayam Pravitam Mahatmana. In heaven, Dhyav and Prithvi, the earth, and anything in between. Okay? Ananta. He vyaptam tvam ekena dishasya sarva. You pervade the whole thing, the whole universe is pervaded by you. He says, Drishtva adbhutam rupam. Now I am seeing the fierce side of you also. Ugram, Tvedam, Lokatrayam, Pravyatyatam Mahatmana. The whole three worlds are scared also of you. Why? Because there is a Ugram form. When you chant Rudra, Ghorebhyo, Ghorebhyo, Ghora, Ghora, Tarebhyo Namaha. You say that, na? The Ghora mantra is part of the Ghora mantra. Yeah. Aye. Because the fierceness is part of Ishvara. Destruction is part of Ishvara. Can you look at that? Can you look at a 60 feet high wave, 80 feet high wave, going to come and ram your ship? What Ishvara's power. This is a small aspect. Or are you going to run scared? No. Turn your ship, meet it headlong, accept that grace headlong. That's the only way you will survive. Okay. Accept that grace headlong. If it is a wave, if it is a volcanic explosion, one boom going up, move away from it, accept the grace like that. Okay. It's not that everything grace has legs. How to accept grace also you should know, you know. Okay. Okay, so Lokatayam Pravitatam Mahatma. Then what is he seeing? Ami hitvam surasangadi vishanti kechid bhitaha pranjalayo grananti swasti yukta maharshi siddha sangaha suvanti tvam sutivi pushkalabhihi. Not only what? I am seeing Ami tvam surasanga vishanti. All these good people, they are entering your blazing mouth. That means entering death. Yeah. They are entering your blazing mouth. Kechit bhitaha pranjalayo grananti. Some are scared about the whole thing. Bhitaha pranjalayo. Oh Lord, forgive me. It is that type of thing. Yeah. Now you will think of all your sins. And what about others? Sasti Yuktaha Maharshi Siddha Sangha. All the Maharshis and the Siddhas, etc., all of them, what are they? Swasti Yuktaha. They are praising the glory of the Lord. Why? They see death also as the Lord's glory. They welcome it. They welcome it. Why? They know there is neither birth nor death. This is all just a play. Ishvara's play. And the consciousness is neither born nor dying. This body has to be consumed in the flame of Ishvara. Swasti iti, glory to the Ishvara. Swasti iti, Maharshi Siddha Sangha, Suvanti Tvam Sutivi Pushkala Vihi. They are singing your glories. Entering death, they are singing your glories. True, no? Every birthday we celebrate is closer to death, isn't it? Right or wrong? Every breath we take is closer to death, isn't it? So yoga will say, slow it down, you'll live longer. Who wants to live longer like that? When the time comes, the Lord takes, I'm ready. That should be the attitude, no? Okay, then it goes on. Okay. This goes on a bit. Yeah. But there are some, after the 30th verse, etc., there are something which is important to understand. Up to there is just description. Okay. So by the next class end, there will be something to be understood, etc., about the whole thing. Up to there, it's your description of what's happening, this, that, etc. So I'm just making it interesting a little bit here and there by making a few comments. Okay. Unless, as I said, I tell the stories of everything. Yes. फिर तो खत्म ही नहीं हो जाएगा. Okay. Gita will take 10 years. Okay. So, good place to stop here. Okay. So next class we'll get into something. Toward the end of that we'll get. Later half we'll get. Okay. And then he has something to say also there after that. So, some verses there are beautiful. So good place to stop. Okay. Otherwise it can go on and on. Okay. Om Tat Sat.